All right. Kush, let's see if this works. Where are you? The joy, the joy, hey? Gotta love that. Hey!
Jade.
Hey, we're both smart like sticks, aren't we? Oh,
We got her. And you know what? It didn't even, as I almost got stuck again because it showed me the invite. I was going to join it, and then it said, you must rotate your phone in order to join. I said, oh, okay.
Oh
So
my God. Well, let's rattle this off now that we're both here, hey?
yeah, we sure that Billy Ho is here.
Oh, well, you know, I mean, I guess it's no different when you sit there and you say, you know what, it's telling it like it is. Small businesses have to adapt. We did test this. I just like to tell everybody that we aren't, total tools, but I mean, in the end, it worked, and now here we are.
Yeah.
So
37 minutes behind schedule, but we are on. We made it.
Well, I guess it is what it is. Well, here, I'll do a quick introduction. Today, on the Telling It Like It Is, I've got Steve Koszman with me. He's a certified member of the Blair Singer Training Academy. His objective is to help people succeed in their business by changing their mindset, mastering sales, and building championship level teams. So I appreciate it. Thank you very much for coming out, Steve.
Well, thanks for having me, Jade. This is fun. Well, it was quite an adventure for us to get here, but I was definitely looking forward to this. I love following your posts on Instagram and LinkedIn and Facebook, and so I'm happy that we're able to work together on this.
Well, I'm excited as having you as my first guest as well. I mean, I guess full disclosure, we go back a fair ways. You were at our wedding. You wouldn't let my mom on the bus and all that fun stuff. So
that's right. That's team building right there.
Exactly. Priceless. Well, what I want to let's talk about the small business side of things. Like, is it, when you're out there talking to everybody throughout Western Canada, doing your conferences, is there any differences between a small business and, say, and a large one on how you would train them or what they should do?
Well, good question. I mean, the one thing that is in common for all businesses, no matter what the size, is that they're all looking to make money.
Yeah.
Everybody's always trying to increase their sales on whatever it is. And so, I mean, then the biggest difference you then see is how many people are operating under the same system for a large business compared to a small business. It's, it all comes down to people following the same rules, whether it's 500 people in a business or 5 people in a business.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's good. I mean, especially with a lot of the small businesses that I deal with, again, they are maybe, that 5 to 10 employees. So a lot of people have the concept of, we're a small team and we're already good. That's pretty much a falsehood. Like, what should they do if they only have 5 to 10 members of their team?
They should work really hard to get the most out of everyone's expertise, because everybody's going to be different. One thing that happens with small businesses is that you get caught trying to do too many things. Because you're a small business, you only have a certain number of people, which means everybody has to kind of wear different hats, right?
Correct.
And one thing that teams need to focus on is that everybody has a strength. Everybody has their expertise and things that they work on. And it's much better to be focusing on your expertise than it is to be trying to fix your weaknesses.
No, very, very valid point. How often should these people work on their weaknesses or their values? Should it be, weekly? Should it be monthly, 6 months?
Well, there's a lot of established businesses that might they're already set in their ways. They have their routines. And, if they're not looking at values, for instance, do they know the values of their corporation, of what they're trying to do, what their mission statement is, and things like that? If they've never really set those things, then it might take a while to try to create those, to find out what your values are, to create that unison between your group, because they've all just kind of been going through the motions for a long time. So it might take a lot of meetings, to get things started. But once everybody's on the same page, working towards that mission, working towards that bigger picture, that's when things really start to take off. So it depends on how quickly the people are gathering the information, are becoming engaged and connected to the mission and the bigger purpose behind the company.
Oh, excellent response.
Thanks.
How do you I guess, how do you at Blair Singer, you as Steve Koszman, I mean, I know what type of person you are. How do you go about, or how would you recommend people stay motivated within a small team?
Well, communication is massive.
Yes.
Communication between your people. As soon as people start kind of working on their own and say, okay, I mean, there's lots of things that get involved here, of course, but communication, to round it up, I say communication, because people need to know when they can call one another on, the things that they're not doing, on behalf of the team, the things that are continually causing problems. They need to be able to have open communication. And it's not about like fault. It's not saying, hey, pointing fingers and say it's your fault that this is happening. It's about being able to communicate with one another to figure out why it's not working, what's happening, how can I support you, and all that type of stuff.
Yeah. So do you
Roundabout version.
No. So do you think that, I know in today's digital world, I always stress that we're losing that human to human contact. Should companies, say maybe no text, pick up the phone and call somebody? Do you think that should be a big part of it, actually talking to people rather than texting and emailing?
Yeah, I would agree with that. Email, text messages, that's how many people would admit that those can be read wrong. The message can be construed a different way. And sometimes it's simple, as in, I'll pick you up at 9 p.m., I'll pick you up at 9 a.m., or whatever the case may be. Those things can be done by text. But like communication, being able to talk to people, to be able to look them in the eyes, to read their body language, to understand really where they're coming from, to make sure that everybody understands the message, I think it's huge.
Oh, I agree. So if you were to put one thing that holds a team together, something that is the most important, what would it be?
I'm going to have to say that it's this book right here that was created by my coach and mentor, Blair Singer. It's called Team Code of Honor.
Nice.
Best-selling book. Oh, my apologies. I pulled out my Siri by accident. So Team Code of Honor. This is the one thing that really holds and bonds championship teams together, because I could get into a full flip chart to really describe, but I know that we're limited on time. And I'd like to thank everybody, by the way, that are joining and watching here for us today. But the one thing that holds championship teams together is a code of honor. And that's a set of rules that are based upon the values of the company. So we all have our personal views, our personal values. So for example, if health is a value, or love, or respect, family, all those types of things are values. You then create a set of rules that help you stay accountable and responsible towards your values. And so that's what the code of honor is. It's those rules that help you stay accountable towards your values. And so that's the biggest thing. But it takes a little more explanation than that. But that's exactly where I would take people.
That is excellent. And of course, if you have any questions, you can throw them in the comments section, and Steve and I will answer them after. But I'd like to thank Steve Koszman for joining me, a member of the Blair Singer Training Academy. He helps build championship teams, small businesses. He speaks all over. If he does come to Calgary or Edmonton, I will definitely promote the event. We are a little late as to our technical difficulties, but like any small businesses, as we adapt, we figured it out. And sometimes you can, get ready for this as much as you can, and it just doesn't work. But so again, thanks, Steve. My name is Jade. I'm a workplace strategist, so I focus on business and brand development out of Calgary, Alberta. And this will be a weekly Wednesday event, except next week it will be at 8:30 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, because Janelle Jean, who I'm talking to, is based out of Pakistan. So there's a big time difference. So
yes,
I hope everybody joins in. Again, Steve, thank you very much. And we will cross paths soon, I'm sure.
All right. Thanks, Jay. Thanks for having me. I look forward to doing this more with you.
Sounds good, buddy. Take care. Have a good day.
You bet. Bye, everybody.
Thank you, everyone.